Thank you, Graham, and good afternoon, everyone. It's my pleasure to report today on airport operations and the capital program. 2009 was a tough year in the aviation industry. As a global recession combined with H1N1 caused a worldwide decline in passenger traffic. At YVR, our business partners were also having to cope with completing a very large construction program and planning and preparing for the 2010 Winter Games. Despite the operational changes we made to accommodate the construction and all of the work that you did to prepare for the Games, our customer care initiatives that we put in place in 2008 served us well, and we were able to deliver a very high level of passenger and customer service. That service was recognized in YVR being voted the #1 airport in North America by Skytrax, based on the voting of 9 million passengers worldwide. We also placed in the top 10 airports in surveys by Airports Council International and Lonely Planet Travel. So I want to recognize all of our business partners, as it was their collective commitment to customer care that placed us at the top. Now I'd like to briefly review the operational statistics for last year and review the capital projects that we completed. As I mentioned, 2009 was a tough year. We dropped 9.4% to 16.2 million passengers. Similarly, in 2009, takeoffs and landings on our runways dropped 7.4% to just over 258,000 aircraft movements. When these takeoffs and landings on our runways are combined with helicopters and float plane traffic, the total was just over 314,000 movements. In 2009, the airport handled just over 198,000 metric tons of cargo, which was 6.3% lower than the volume we handled in 2008. Safety and security are critical parts of our business, and the airport continues to meet and exceed all federal government and Canadian Air Transport Security Authority requirements, or CATSA requirements. YVR worked closely with Transport Canada and CATSA last year to implement new systems and install new equipment to further enhance security and safety at the airport. A great example of cooperation and working with our airport or airline business partners was the implementation of the new centralized de-icing facility. We constructed a 4th wide-body de-icing pad. We purchased over 20 aircraft de-icing trucks and engaged Aeromag to provide additional equipment and operate the trucks, significantly improving our de-icing capacity at YVR. We were ready for a really big snowstorm, but as Graham said, we didn't get much snow this year, so that's okay. But these improvements will serve us well into the future in the event of snow and icy conditions and minimize delays and cancellations. In 2009, we completed the $1.4 billion capital program, the culmination of years of planning and working with our airline partners that started way back in 2004. The capital program was all about building better connections, making it easier for passengers to move between our terminals, and making it easier to get to and from the airport. The capital program involved working with large numbers of people, our own project engineers, YVR project management, a large number of contractors and consultants. I'd like to thank all of them for their hard work and bringing the program in on time and on budget. Thank you. The program also involved incredible amounts of planning and coordination with our airline partners to ensure that passengers had business as usual at the airport. And I'd like to thank all of them for their tolerance and cooperation through the many years of construction. So here are some of the projects that we did complete last year. First, we finished the largest expansion ever of our domestic terminal. Pier C was the most heavily used and congested pier at YVR. This picture shows the much-needed 5-gate expansion. The project has transformed Pier C into a bright, spacious, relaxing area where passengers have a wide variety of shops and services to serve them while they're waiting for their flight. Our new public observation area, something the community has been asking us to do for many years, provides a relaxing seating area, a place to enjoy a coffee, learn a little bit about the airport, and of course, watch airplanes land and take off. In 2009, we completed phase 2 of the Link building. The picture in the top left corner is the dark, cramped space we had prior to the expansion. I think everyone can agree that the Link 2 project is a vast improvement for the 6 million passengers that transfer between domestic and international connections or are heading out to Pier C to catch a domestic flight. In 2009, we completed 2 projects in the international terminal. First, we streamlined the process for passengers traveling to the United States. Passengers can now drop off their luggage right after check-in, prior to pre-board screening and completing the border process, as opposed to the old process where they kept their luggage until after the U.S. border process. Second, we completed the renovations to the international arrivals area shown in this picture to provide a better experience for those arriving from international flights. The new area features higher ceilings, brighter lighting, and a much larger, more accessible customer service counter, and a theme to welcome world passengers to Vancouver. Work is continuing on our 3-year project to upgrade the lighting systems on the south runway and taxiways to bring them up to Category 3 standards for low visibility operations. During the summer of 2009, we completed the first year of this work, and this summer we'll complete the second year of the work, installing hundreds of inset lights into the pavement to guide aircraft during low visibility conditions. The work requires good weather conditions so that we complete the work in the shortest time possible. So just like last year, we'll be closing the south runway for 8 weeks or 8 nights during July and August. We've made a commitment to let the community know when we're working on our runways and when it will result in operational changes. During the 8-week period, the north runway, which is normally closed between 10 p.m. and 7 a.m., will be used for nighttime landings and takeoffs. We'll place a number of reminder notices in the local newspapers closer to the period of construction. So I'd like to thank the community for its ongoing patience as we upgrade our runway facilities to serve you better. Finally, I want to talk about the Canada Line. The Canada Line has proved to be much more popular with airport users than initially expected. Many of us that work here, and about 15% of our passengers, are using the Canada Line to connect to downtown Vancouver in 26 minutes and connect to Richmond downtown in about 15 minutes. Finally, in closing, I'd like to thank all of you who have made that extra effort to provide excellent customer service to our passengers despite a difficult year, and for going above and beyond and caring for every passenger at YVR. Thank you very much.